So this all started as I was campaigning for town council. One of my biggest priorities was to make Flatland Road much safer for pedestrians. It's very easy to see just how detrimental it can be walking down Flatland Road, especially as traffic starts to pick up during rush hour. And in fact, the most interesting things that I've noticed is Flatland Road is one of the most pedestrian areas in the entire town of Chestertown, but totally lacks the infrastructure to make it a safe walking area for our residents. So one of the biggest problems that I saw was in terms of the lack of infrastructure. As residents are coming down from Flatland Road as they're making their way into town, one thing that they oftentimes do is they cut across this green lot right here. Obviously it's the shortest distance between point A and point B, but it's also a much safer crossing because it gets you off the roadway. Unfortunately, on a day like this when the grass is wet and it's slightly muddy, or if there is, of course, snow on the ground, it really makes it difficult to, of course, cross that lot there. So what residents are forced to do is come down Flatland Road and walk right at that corner. And every single time, especially as it starts to get dark out, it's a very risky thing to do, primarily because the cars are making a right onto Flatland Road off of High Street. What happens just about every single time is they kind of cross over the shoulder as they make their right turn. And of course, there really isn't that much pavement for people to walk on. So if it's nighttime, as a car is coming off of High Street to make that right turn on Flatland Road, and if a pedestrian is coming down that side, there could potentially be an incident where a pedestrian gets clipped by a car. So you see how that van crosses into the shoulder as it's making that right turn? That's the same area in which pedestrians are coming down and making that turn to get onto High Street so they can walk into town. Let's watch another example. And as you can see, a police car clearly goes over the boundary of that shoulder. So it's a good thing it's light out, you can see, and if there was a pedestrian, you could of course see that. As soon as it's nighttime though, all of those things, visibility goes away and it becomes a very risky proposition to come down Flatland Road and walk into town. One thing that the State Highway Administration will be doing soon, they'll be installing a street light right at that corner there to illuminate the corner for our pedestrians. So as you're making your way down High Street, you can actually see the corner. If there's a pedestrian there, the visibility will be increased. So that's going to be a fantastic addition and something that's going to make the road a lot safer. Another thing that the town plans on doing is installing a sidewalk right at that corner lot, so our pedestrians don't even have to come down and face this corner. They can just cut straight from Flatland Road to High Street. So that's going to be another way that's going to make this area a lot safer for our pedestrians. But again, it's all about being proactive. It's about making sure you're taking the right and necessary steps to make sure it's as safe as possible for our residents. So I really commend the town and also the State Highway Administration for making those proactive steps.